you guys are tapped in with me. This is the Reverse Happy Hour. Tonight we are streaming on Twitch as well. So definitely, if you guys have a Twitch, go follow Reverse Happy Hour. Charity Chanelle with Reverse Happy Hour, because this is amazing. It's going to be so awesome. With that being said, for those of you who are new here that don't know how things go at Reverse Happy Hour, Reverse Happy Hour, we give you all the celebrity gossip, all the ratchetness that goes on in the world of hip hop, while also talking about daily and trending topics that happen in everyday life. With that being said, let's get into these topics. Now, before we get all the way into the topics, we have to talk about what happened this week, okay? I'm sorry. Somebody had texted me, but Texas was like Alaska this week. So Monday we got hit with like a little bit of an ice storm. So Monday the ice storm happens. Everybody's thinking they didn't really properly treat the roads out here in Dallas or in the surrounding areas. So we were completely frozen over. I don't know who pissed one of the Disney characters off. I don't know who pissed Elsa off, okay? But we most certainly did not need for you to show out the way that you did. I mean, you had us like in the crib for these days. I felt like I was a caveman because I did not get a chance to go grocery shopping to really get like some good eats for me to have. So I'm pretty much just munching off of what I have in the freezer. Okay, which the tuna fish definitely was freezer burned, but I had to make it do what he do with that. But I'm glad that we definitely came out of it very strong. Everything is pretty much melted today. So we're back to our regular Degler Schmegler program, which is amazing. But the next time, Dallas to the Texas, to the Dallas to the Texas, the next time that you see any sort of either snow or ice in your forecast, I'm going to need for y'all to know how to properly treat these roads, okay? Too many people lost their lives this go round, okay? Too many people lost their lives this go round. Y'all need to do better. How we only got like 10, 15 snow plow trucks out here? And why are we putting sand down? Why are we putting sand down, Dallas? Why? I don't know if I'm on a beach or in the North Pole when I go outside. Like, I don't know what's happening. But hopefully going forward, Dallas, you will have a clue as to what the upcoming winters will be out here in Alaska. Okay. But with that being said, let's tap into the topics that we have for you guys tonight. So the first topic that we have to talk about is Beyonce all on his mouth like liquor. Okay. Now, Beyonce had dropped, she finally dropped it. We knew she was going to do the Renaissance tour after the Dubai performance. So she dropped the tour dates. Okay. She didn't drop the tour dates, and people are losing their mind about this concert. The prices of the concert is what's really driving a wedge between the Beehive and the Not So Beehive. That's what we're gonna call them, because a lot of people are really about to be paying $1,000+ for these prices to go see Beyonce all on his mouth like liquor. Now, I am not a Beehive member, but I indulge in some of Beyonce music, but I don't really know if I, want to spend that much money to go see Beyonce. I mean, the prices that we talking about, like at least Chris Brown was giving people photo ops, giving you to spend 10 minutes with him for $1,000. Like, we're not really getting much with Beyonce here, but maybe Jumbotron will probably be that close up to her. A nosebleed seat is probably, from what they're saying, the nosebleed seats are even $600. This is crazy to me. People are talking about selling their organs, their kidneys. They're talking about selling everything to get a ticket. Just today, I've seen a post where a girl had messaged her fiance, we're going to say fiance, about the tickets to go see Beyonce. And so they're trying to save up to buy a house, and she's asking for her portion that she put in for the house to go see Beyonce, because this is a once in a lifetime thing. That's what they're saying. I'm not trying to see nobody go broke. Hold on, Don saying something. What did I say, Don? I'm blind. The stadium. Yeah, they are going to be at the AT&T Stadium on the 21st of September. At all stadiums. That's the whole tour. Ain't nothing but stadiums. That's what it's going to be. But does it give her the right to do the prices like that? $70,000 to $80,000, and you got to times that people. Okay, but times that by the people who are going to be buying these tickets. That girl about to eat some sharp cheddar cheese. But I don't know. I ain't mad at her. I'm just saying I'll probably catch it on Facebook, or maybe they'll have like it come on HBO like they did Coachella. I'm pretty sure they'll bring it to Netflix eventually. I'm gonna have to catch it then. But I ain't gonna lie, I did want to go see Beyonce all on his mouth like liquor. But my Andy said that I can't, so I gotta listen to Andy. But just look at her in this outfit. I mean, her body looks immaculate. I want the cowboy hat. I want the whole outfit. I want the horse, for Christ's sakes. I want to gallop around on that glittery ass horse. Woo! Nay, what'd he say? Let me just buy the horse. Good Lord. But with that being said, Beyonce, girl, go and do your thing, baby. But we got to talk about Lotto. So Lotto definitely made the topics tonight because Lotto auctioned off her worn cheetah print thong. Okay, now she done auctioned this thong off, and they went for almost $100K. Now, once eBay caught wind of that, eBay was not having that because eBay was like, now, hold on, this goes against our used clothes policy. Now, good and goddamn well, this is a direct violation. And you up here selling your thongs like that. And people were really bidding for these. The bidding started at 99 cents. So it did start beneath $1. At least she gave the people hope. But it went for up to $100K. I was more so concerned with where she got the Juicy Couture outfit for, because I would like to get a Juicy Couture outfit for myself. But the thongs, I mean, I don't know. I'm really not, I don't know what to say. I can't be mad, or you really can't. But hey, it ain't tricking if you got it. That's what they say. And they definitely yanked Lotto's link to her auction. eBay was not playing. They yanked it. You're not about to be up here selling no worn underwear like that. What's wrong with you, girl? Thongs at that. I mean, shit. I want to know how much the boy cuts would have went for. The boy cuts probably would have went for like a whole much more, Don, because her cakes is all in them. Them boy cuts would have went for a nice piece of change. $100K. I got a whole lot of thongs. Like, I wonder how much mine's gonna go for. Like, anybody want who want to buy my thongs? But like, I'm just like, wow. Lotto, girl, I don't know what to say, girl. Keep on moving, don't stop. No. Let's move right along to Chris Breezy. Now, Chris Brown made the topics because Chris Brown had took to Instagram, and people are saying that he took the Instagram just to stunt on his massive clothing collection. Now, all Chris Breezy was doing was showing that, look, I've accumulated so many clothes over the years. I literally built my in-house TJ Maxx up in here. I have a whole little department store with different jackets. We got the winter section, the fall section. I don't think that he was pretty much trying to stunt. He has kept all his clothes from when he was young Breezy to whatever age he is now. Now, a lot of people from his Instagram was very pissed off about it because they felt like he was being flossy. He was flossing his gear. Well, I don't know what you're expecting for him to do. I think at this point, somebody should put a suggestion box on Instagram, and you should just give your suggestions as to what you would like for somebody to do, instead of be so sensitive and so upset about everything. Why are we upset? Are you upset because Chris Brown has a whole department store as a closet and you only have what? A walk-in closet? That's nobody's problem. Okay? He's hoarded his stuff since he was a kid to what he is now. Half of us can't even like keep things that we had when we were at a young age to where we're at right now, because you move around a lot. I don't know what to say, but I don't think he was being flossy. I just think he was just showing his closet. Like, hey, I'm showing my closet. This is what happens. People are just so sensitive, and I think y'all do too much. I would like to go shopping. Can I get a jacket? It's cold outside. I need a big coat. That closet look better than what Burlington Coat Factory trying to do. You going to Burlington Coat Factory right now? You ain't even gonna see that many jackets on it. And Burlington used to be the place back in the day. I guess people want Chris Brown to just, what do you want him to do? Donate his clothes? What would you like for Chris Brown to do? Why don't you just get a suggestion box, put it on Instagram as like a tool, and then you go to the suggestion box and you suggest what you want people to do. People just mind other people's business so much. It don't pay you nothing to mind your own, baby. That's all I'm saying. It don't pay you nothing to mind your own BI. It's easier, it's peaceful, it's quiet here. Come on. Join us, but we're going to take our first commercial break of the night. We'll be right back with some more serious topics with Reverse Happy Hour. All right. Welcome back, guys, to Reverse Happy Hour. I am your host, Charity Chanelle. For those of you who are just now tuning into the show, definitely we are catching up on all the topics. And of course, a few topics that we talked about before we went on our first commercial break. We talked about Beyonce's Renaissance tour. We talked about Lotto auctioning off her cheetah print thong. And then we talked about Chris Breezy showing his massive department size closet that a lot of people are feeling some type of way about, which we think is just completely annoying. I mean, 2023, we got to stop it, y'all. We got to stop comparing. We got to stop comparing us to other people. You know, you do your thing and eventually you'll get that same closet one day. Believe it, you shall receive it. Now, on to serious more topics that we have to talk about. So this week on the 1st was the funeral of Tyree Nichols. Now, the funeral was held in Memphis, okay, with the Vice President Kamala Harris and Reverend Al Sharpton delivering remarks. Now, Tyree, we all know, was brutally beaten by five African-American officers and one Caucasian. Yes. I don't care what nobody say. He set it off in the video. We see him drawing the gun in the video, but he didn't really hit him. But the 5 officers were all charged in the murder of Tyree. And then there were also a couple of other individuals. I believe there was 3 EMTs that were let go. And there were also a couple of other people that were let go too, because they're going after everybody that was in that video standing around while Tyree was there after he was brutally beaten. And the EMTs were let go from their job because they let him just sit there on the ground for almost 30 minutes. And so a lot of people are outraged. People are disgusted, as they rightfully should be, because I think that it was a very, very much so very hated crime. It was very aggressive, the way that they took that boy's life, and we will never unsee the videos once they were released. So I think, you know, it's very, it's still a touchy subject for a lot of people. But in Tyree's honor, there was a fundraiser that his mom had set up. She wanted to raise $10,000 for mental health treatment and to create a memorial skate park in honor of Tyree. So all she wanted was $10,000. It exceeded the $10,000. It exceeded it in 2 days to $1 million. So $1 million for this fundraiser has been raised for Tyree Nichols, for the Tyree Nichols fundraiser. And his mom is going to do her due diligence to assist with mental health treatment and to also, build a skate park in his honor. And our hearts go out with the Nichols family, of course, in this time of need. Moving right along, we have to talk about Amber Carr. And Amber Carr, for those of you who do not know, that was the sister of Tatiana Jefferson, who was also murdered, by a Fort Worth cop. Officer Aaron Dean, who was later found guilty of manslaughter over 3 after her death. Now, for the last 3 years, Tatiana's sister has spent, trying to fight justice for her sister, Tatiana. It's been a very, very tough process for Amber Carr, just with her battling her heart complications. She definitely went hard. And at the end, right before she passed away, justice was served for her sister, Tatiana. So our hearts go out to the Jeffersons family, and our hearts go out to Carr's family as well, because this is a very, very touchy subject. Like all these cops, these next couple of topics that we're talking about, we're talking all about cops who have just either manslaughtered or murdered some people. Like what do we have going on here? Now, this next topic is a breaking story because a lot of people don't even know of this. It's no media coverage on Anthony Lowe, who died last week after officers from Huntington Park Police Department, chased him while he fled on stumps of his legs. Now, Anthony Lowe did not have legs, He did not have legs. He had his stumps of legs. He had amputated. His legs were amputated. So they chased him down. They claimed that he was holding a knife. They said that he was holding a blade during the chase, and they felt threatened. So you're chasing him down. He was on his stumps. He get in a wheelchair. He proceeds to try to roll away in his wheelchair. So you guys try to tase him. You say that the tase isn't working. So what do? You guessed it, guys. They shot him. They shot Anthony Lowe. There's no coverage on this at all. And Anthony Lowe was 36 years old. Now, this happened in Los Angeles. This was the LAPD, if you think about it, that did this for him. And then we have a picture of his girlfriend with holding up a sign saying, "No justice, no peace," because when will there ever be any sort of peace when you're getting killed from the police? And that's how they feel. And it's a 30-second clip that is floating around on the internet, but we will not show that on this show at all because it is extremely graphic. And I don't want Mark Zuckerberg to flag me, okay? I don't want any problems with the big boss. You feel me? I like to do my job and like to do it well. But our prayers go out to the family of Anthony Lowe, as well as they fight for some justice to kind of see what's happening. There is the undergoing investigations of the officers who had drawn their guns out and took Anthony Lowe's life. We're going to move right along to Karan Blake. Now, Karan Blake was a 13-year-old who was murdered. Lord Jesus, another murderer. He was 13 years old and he was murdered. Let's say he was murdered, and I'm trying to figure out, by government worker Jason Lewis in Washington, D.C. And Jason claims that Karan was trying to steal his car. So he went outside and he yelled out, and he saw a group of boys or men. So he yelled, like, "Get out of here. You get out of here." So he says that the 13-year-old Karan started charging at him. So he shot 2 times and he hit the child, the 13-year-old. And as the 13-year-old fell to the ground, he screamed, "I'm a kid, I'm a kid." And those were his last breaths. And that was Karan Blake. And that was out in Washington, D.C. Now, this happened on January 7th. There's not much coverage on this as well. You know, we're going to bring you guys all the topics that are not being covered as much or getting all the exposure because it's not mainstream. But these are topics that everybody needs to know about because these are things that are happening here in everyday life. Now, of course, Jason Lewis was arrested and he is charged with second-degree murder more than 3 weeks after he shot Karan. So it breaks a lot of hearts, you know. It really breaks a lot of hearts. The little boy was 13. What was he doing out there that late? We don't know. You know, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I can't answer a lot of things, but what you can answer is how you handle certain situations. You know, not every situation, you know, is a gist of you pulling out a gun and killing somebody. At some point, they're going to make it extremely hard for guns to even be brought. And when we really need guns, we're not going to have it because you idiots are out here just going through the extreme, just killing people and doing everything in the world. So what will we do when it's time for us to really need to defend ourselves? All of the defenses have been taken from us, so we ain't going to really be able to do nothing but surrender. Make it make sense, guys. Come on, let's do a little better here. A 13-year-old boy. Come on, you have to use your eyes when you kind of do things. You said that this boy looked like a grown man. Can we put that picture up one more time? That looked like a kid to me. That don't look like no grown man. He looks like a little boy. That is not a man. He looks young. He looks like he's still making Kool-Aid, Flavor Aid to be exact. He doesn't look like a grown man. I think you probably saw a little black boy, or you saw a black boy and you shot him. You know what you did. Let's be real. But I tell you what, I will say that I am very proud of the judicial system and how quickly they're making these arrests and how quickly they're slapping these charges on these people. I'm extremely amazed by that. But with that being said, we're going to move right along to our second commercial break of the night. We'll be right back more with some hot topics, guys, and trending topics with Reverse Happy Hour.
all about you. Question: did you know that STDs, sexually transmitted infections like gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis, are on the rise in Florida? 3 out of every 4 people with STDs in Florida are between the ages of 15 and 29. This could be all about you. STDs can be treated. Self-care is healthcare. Learn more at floridahealth.gov/selfcare. Get tested today.
What's up? I like when Don be like, you're hot. Thank you, Don. All right. I try to look nice, when I come on. Welcome back, guys. Of course, it's your girl, Charity Chanelle. You guys are tapped in with me, and this is the Reverse Happy Hour. Now, we have to move right along with our topics that we have. Of course, you guys know I like to give you all the celebrity gossip and all the ratchetness that goes on in the world of hip-hop, while also talking about trending and daily topics that happen in everyday life. This next topic has me blown, baby. We got to talk about Robert Bartholomew Kelly. Bartholomew is not his middle name. I just said that. Now, they dropped the sex abuse charges against Mr. Kells himself, Henning. But even though the charges are dropped with the sex abuse charges, they say R. Kelly still ain't going to see a day of life. R. Kelly not walking out that jail. Just because we dropped these charges does not exclude the other federal convictions that you have, Mr. Kells. So while you was getting ready to saying you believe you could fly out those doors, you still going to be flying behind those bars. You're not going anywhere, R. Kelly, and you're still going to be in jail. So they're saying that he'll spend the next several decades. He ain't but so old. I don't think several decades. To me, what is several? Is it? I don't know if R. Kelly is going to make it. It's kind of sad because I kind of feel like at least let R. Kelly make an album. Because that jail album from R. Kelly about to probably be a missile. Come on, bro. He probably going to have a jail slide, step in a jail slide. Oh, come on. He about to have all the cookout music. We cannot take from R. Kelly like he did not have the best sexual playlist that you've ever played for your lady friend or your male friend to get you hot and ready. We ain't going to act like this man did not have the best cookout music that Black people love to fry fish to. We're not going to act like R. Kelly did not have any of those commodities. So if we can just have him make us one jail album, a federal prosecutor who is, going against Mr. Kells, we're not asking for you to let him go on tour, but at least let him go to the studio and make us something, damn. I mean, we can't take away like his musical genius. I get that. We're upset that he was, doing everything that he did to those girls, of course, but we're even more upset that you have still yet to arrest those parents. The parents are still out here scot-free. His wife all over Facebook looking like a daggone ant bug, dancing, doing all this weird stuff. Every time I see her, I don't know. Just like she won't apart with the girls. Yes, tonight I'm drinking Celsius. Shout out to Flo Rida for getting his money. The 86 meal. Let me take a long... I'm going to sip for you, my Black brother. All right. But it's a hot mess. So, R. Kelly, even though those, sex abuse charges were dropped, Kells, you are not getting out of jail. Damn, Kells. I know you had a lot of faith in that one because you really thought when they dropped them, something was going to slide for you. The only thing that was going to slide was stepping in the name of love. So that was it. But on to the next topic. R. Kelly, we praying for you, baby. We going to still try to send you some money on your books, but we hear every time we send you money on your books, they confiscate your money. So I don't know what to tell you, baby. We can't even buy you crumb cakes. Better start making some swole real fast. All right, we got to talk about Jay-Z, okay? And Manion. I think I'm saying his name right. Manion. Something with an M. Now, Jay-Z had slapped an unexpected lawsuit on him because he was selling photographs of the ones that he shot from the Reasonable Doubt cover art without consent. Now, Jay-Z was pissed off because Jay-Z was like, you was making money off that, and that money should be me because that's me on that's my album cover. You're getting paid from my album cover. I need my cut because I need, that's me. Now, they say Jay-Z wanted over millions of dollars and was asking for him to cease all the sales of the merch featuring the photos. Now, they tried to come to a settlement last year in January, but they failed to do so. That they kind of battled it out in court in like March or whatever. Still didn't come to an agreement. Here we are a whole year later, and Jay-Z is like, okay, this is what it's gonna be. You stop selling the art cover of Reasonable Doubt, and we can kind of work something out for you to pay over time. So the agreement, it isn't set in stone just yet, but what they're saying is this man is going to be having to pay Jay-Z for pretty much the rest of his life. And that's crazy. For a picture that he took with his camera, with his editing tool, you want him to pay you for the rest of his life? Jay-Z, come on, you already rich. Come on now. Why you want to take the hamburger helper from his mouth and his kids? You are already rich. So what if he's selling it? It's his. This is why, as whatever business you have or with everything, if you're a photographer, you need to have you some contracts. You make them artists sign them contracts too to cover you, because this is your work. Now you did the cover of Reasonable Doubt, and now you gotta pay for the photos that you took with your camera. I gotta say to my Denzel Washington voice. No, you gotta pay for your camera. No. Hey, not you gonna make me pay for my creativity. I'm the reason why. Okay, yes, they sold your album, sold because of the songs. But the first thing that people were seeing back in the 90s and the early 2000s was the cover art. Like, you had the little Rolodex when you pulled the CD out. You had different photos of the artists and everything. You would hang it up as a poster. So you basically ripping this man of his craft. That's just another way of the rich getting rich and the poor getting poor. That's what that is, Jay-Z. Come on. I thought Marcy Projects. I just don't understand it. This just breaks me, but hey, I can't do much about it. I'm not going to run my mouth too much about it. I don't really have security, but Don, if somebody was to come in here and get us right now, we up out of here. So let me not say too much. I saw what you did to Wendy Williams, and you ain't going to do it to me. But I mean, it's when you think about something like that, you kind of it makes you be kind of cautious with your craft and wanting to share it with people, because people will do something like that, and it's so wrong. The fact that you would do that. This person that took your photo and made your photo like huge. This is their work, Jay. I get it. He's selling it without you knowing it. I get that aspect, because there should have been some agreement, okay, with, you took the picture. Pretty much probably what happened was the record label probably bought prints from him, but he still had prints which he felt like he was able to sell because he was the original person. But at this point going forward, we got to educate ourselves on what it means. If I take this photo for Beyonce, y'all are buying what? Okay, so y'all are getting these prints, but what can I do with this? Or we need to have like a clear cut communication to figure out how we can move forward. That's crazy. Well, in other good news, we have to talk about Bad Boys for Life. Okay, that's right. Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, who is the retired, because he did retire in Bad Boys. They are coming out with Bad Boys for Life. And I'm so glad that Will Smith is back, because they were talking about putting The Rock in Bad Boys. And I'm sorry, that would have tainted the whole brand for me. There is one Mike Lowry, and that is Will Smith. There is no other Mike Lowry other than Will Smith. So they are in pre-production of filming Bad Boys, the number 4 Life. That's right. 4 like a Wendy's deal. So we're very excited about this. Good to see Will to be back in his element, because Will was extremely excited. He took to social media with his camera. He pulled up on Martin. They were excited to see each other. Now, this is all since they tried to blackball Will Smith from slapping the hell out of the crackhead from New Jack City, Pookie. I don't think that really made anybody upset. Chris Rock was always annoying. Everybody didn't really care too much for him. A lot of people wanted to slap Chris Rock over the years, but Will Smith took it there. He did what we wanted everybody to do. Slap Chris Rock. Would have not said, well, I wouldn't have slapped him on air. I would have probably did it, to give him a beef Wellington slap or something. But we live over it. Emancipation came out. That's a real good movie. If you guys have not seen Emancipation, Check it out, man. Let this man come back and work. You trying to do all these projects and try to recast Will Smith? You can't recast Will Smith. If you would have put The Rock in the Bad Boys, like the fourth Bad Boys, The Rock would have definitely, I'm sorry, he would have gave a Disney acting. He would have gave Disney acting. Keep The Rock in Fast and Furious. That's his lane. That's his element. It's not going to be with with Martin Lawrence. I can't even say the name. It just bored me so much, guys. But we're super excited about Bad Boys for Life. That's why you got to hit the faux when you hit it. So we're super excited about that. That should be coming out, I believe, sometime next year if we are blessed to see that project. Now we have to talk about, we have about 2 more topics, which I'm super excited to discuss these. Now, we've been keeping track of Amy Robach and TJ Holmes since we first broke the news of this in December. Now, what was it, December we broke the news? About ending of December, we broke the news of Amy Robach and TJ doing the mess around, as Ray Charles would say, okay? And so they have decided to part ways from Good Morning America, ABC News. Now, we know that the network was doing a whole investigation to basically figure out the romantic affair. They wanted to know how long it was going on. They wanted to know who was doing who, how did it happen, when did it happen, to the aspects, because they knew both. I mean, it was a risky business when you like that. They don't believe in, co-workers correlating the way that Amy Robach and TJ were correlating. They said in a lot of places in the building that you would have never thought that they would have been able to correlate. Not only was it Good Morning America, it was good morning and good night for them, okay? So they are definitely leaving. They are actually dating each other. They are together. They have both left their partners. She left her husband. He has left his wife, and they are together. They are happy. And for the true definition of stand by my man. When I tell you Amy Robach is a real G, okay? Because I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel would happen. ABC won't gonna let her go. I feel like they was gonna fire TJ. They was like, we don't want him. Get him out of here. And Amy was like, well, if TJ goes, then I go. That's probably what happened. She was like, and baby, that's one thing. Once you go black, you don't go back. Okay, at all. She said you are not going to get rid of her blackened salmon and have her with a crusted Chilean sea bass. No, she want her seasoned. And she going with her man. That's what she said. And I think that that's what happened, though. I really think that they weren't probably trying to get rid of her. They probably was really trying to get rid of TJ because TJ was being a dog, okay? Why must I chase the cat dog, okay? They say TJ was knocking them down like dominoes up in there. Chili, the intern, he was out here living his best life, going back and forth with his wife, clearly. He was all up in it. Look, he running marathons with her, getting gold medals and stuff. He wasn't doing that with his wife. His wife wasn't running marathons. She was at home. But his wife is a lawyer. So that's real crazy. I had to get a little sip on that. But yeah, y'all. Amy is standing by her man. I mean, it's 2023. Let's get to it. Last topic of the night. Let's tap into it. Oh, Lord. I feel like I had to get a coffee real quick. Woo! Had to get a coffee and I was talking too much. All right, so George Foreman, the movie. Okay, now, this is going to tell the story of George Foreman's career, okay, now, and his miraculous comeback in sports. Now, this is also going to show not only like him boxing, but this is going to show the George Foreman grill. And y'all know we excited because I still got a George Foreman grill. He out here. And I always used to think he had a lazy eye or he looked like one of the little cartoon characters from the Looney Tunes, the little bald-headed dude. But he out here in these streets. So Chris Davis, who played on the Judas and the Black Messiah, is actually playing George Foreman. And baby, Forrest Whitaker with the good eye, the godfather of Harlem, is playing the trainer and the mentor, honey. Now, you know we love us some Forrest Whitaker with the eye. anything that Forrest Whitaker do for me just is Forrest Whitaker is a good actor, especially like when he gets to the point and he be real serious in his role and like spit be coming out of his mouth and his eye be like, I'd be like, whoo, Forrest Whitaker. That's what we got to do. Forrest Whitaker was out there. You know, Forrest Whitaker, the last time I seen him was like on Empire, and they brought him back. They had him up there with Terrence Howard and Taraji P, and he was a real gangster. And then he did, he's doing The Godfather of Harlem, and he is definitely very gangster in that too. So it's very good to see Forrest Whitaker and Chris Davis. You know, this is going to be a great movie, especially talking about George Foreman. Now, the trailer is out for that. It's going to be in theaters on the 28th of April. Woo, Lord, that's the day of Darlene LaVita, baby. Now, they say that this movie is going to be as big as Muhammad Ali when Will Smith played that, you know. They saying that it's going to be really, really good. It's going to be like The Hurricane with Denzel Washington. This is going to be a really, really good movie. They anticipate to make millions off this movie because a lot of people love George Foreman. He's a stand-up guy. He does infomercials, and he's the best of the best. And like I said, if you don't remember having a George Foreman grill, that was the best thing smoking in the early 2000s. You could cook a hot dog on a George Foreman grill. You can cook a hamburger, grilled cheese, some eggs, some bacon. It would drain all the grease out of it. Like, oh my God. I used to cook steaks on it, put little onions on it. Boy, you better stop playing with me. I'm about to go home right now and whip it out. Andy, if you're watching, whip out the George Foreman. Well, I don't have too many more topics for you guys, of course. Oh, I think Don has something, and let's see what Don has, guys. Oh, in case you missed it. Okay, so we got In Case You Missed It, y'all. So let's see what we got with In Case You Missed It. Ooh, okay. So the man accused of stealing 2 Emperor Tamarin. I saw this. So for those of you who do not live in Dallas, there was a man that had stole 2 Emperor Tamarin monkeys from the Dallas Zoo. Okay. He was also linked with tampering the zoo's clouded. So he was the one that got the leopard loose too. The Dorito man. That's what we've been calling him, the Dorito man in Dallas. Now, he had these monkeys, y'all, like up in the sticks, not really the sticks. He had them on church property, first off, because I'm in this group and one of the church members had found the monkeys. Well, that's what I don't know how she knew the monkeys was in the house. I'm still questioning myself because how you know the monkeys was in there? Oh, it was on church property. Well, how you know the Dorito man is what we want to know, because the Dorito man was all we knew him as. We called him the Dorito man. They say that it's on the same line, that the house is on the same line as where the bus go from the zoo on the church property. And they said that he done stole these monkeys, and the monkeys was in the house just chilling, y'all. They up in the house, they living. They I don't know what they was doing. But I don't know what they're doing, because just not only here in Dallas, in Chicago, 12 monkeys are missing from their zoo. So what are we doing, y'all? We're doing like an animal trade or something. And that is a thing, because some animals that are like exotic are worth thousands and millions of dollars. So people are trying to get these monkeys. But for you to be bold enough to even get monkeys, or even a leopard. Do you know how fast a leopard can run, first off? Whether it's small or not. It's not a cheetah. It ain't going to run that fast. But it can really get up there if it really wanted to. We're talking about a leopard. How were you getting these animals? And where did you get them Doritos from? Because I really want to know. The way you was eating them looked like every tortilla had cheese on it in that bag. I'm kind of upset and pissed off. So is this a thing? We go to the Dallas Zoo, we cut the gate, and we free the animals. I can't deal with it. I don't know, y'all. This seems like a new thing, so I would honestly just say, what's next? A giraffe? Like, we're going to see a giraffe galloping down 35. Like, we're going to see lions. We're going to see a hippo. What else are we going to see? But if it's an elephant, please call me, because I do want a pet elephant. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry, Dallas Zoo. If you can give me a little baby elephant, call me. I do want a baby elephant. I'm just saying. All right, we got one more. Harlem Season 2. Okay. Now this comes out when? Today on a Prime Video. Now, Harlem, is this with, okay, now I've been seeing previews about this. I have not gotten to season 1, but I hear that this is a really, really good show on Amazon Prime. And you guys need to definitely check it out. It's given pretty much Girlfriends, but the new modern Girlfriends, like the one with Tracy Ellis Ross. Remember, she had Goldie on the show. I can't think of the other two ladies, but they were awesome. But it's something, it's kind of Aussie. Oh, like the gay. He said the LGBT Don so crazy. He whispered, yeah. Like, no. She is. But you know what? This is a good movie. And speaking of two, before we cut out, the movie You People, a lot of people were very upset about You People because they have mixed reviews about You People. Some people say that it's funny, some people say that it's cheesy. I think for what it was, to see Lauren London back on the camera, you know, for so long after Nipsey Hussle's death, I felt that was an amazing movie for her to come back and step into, and to be surrounded by so many loving people, especially because she was extremely nervous about really getting back on camera and getting back on screen, and to have people be there and kind of support her and guide her through the whole production process, to me, was super amazing. And not only did they cast it very well, it was believable that Nia Long could be her mom. Eddie Murphy could be her dad. Even Jonah Hill's family, like the people you casted for we haven't seen these people since the daddy was on the X-Files and the mama was on Seinfeld. We haven't seen any of them. And so it was really good to bring people back. It was nice to see young Miami get her acting debut on Other Than BMF. It was really nice to see that. Lala was there. It was Kim Whitley was in the movie. Oh my God, you had Mike Epps. You had an all-star cast of people who were there, and it was so amazing. I really, really applaud you guys to go check it out. Just check it out. Take it from your own self. People look too much into stuff. They expect so much, and in life, you got to expect the unexpected. If you just expect the unexpected, you'll never be disappointed. You'll never be disappointed. You'll always be never upset. If you go on McDonald's and you're expecting for your Big Mac to be well done, don't expect it. It's going to have a little hint of pink in the middle, okay? Just don't expect it. Don't expect nothing in life, okay? Expect the unexpected. That's it. That's all you got to do. And I guarantee you, life is going to be a crystal stair for you, as Langston Hughes would say. And that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me, Charity Chanelle, and the Reverse Happy Hour. I will see you guys back here next Friday at the Chateau. Bye.